Welcome back, everyone, to another exciting episode on the channel, where we dive deep into the hidden treasures of everyday coins you might have sitting in your pocket right now. Today, we're exploring one of the most fascinating coins from modern times, a coin so ordinary at first glance that most people never give it a second thought: the United States of America 2021 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. Now, you might be wondering, what could possibly make a penny from just a few years ago so special? Isn't it just worth a cent, the smallest denomination in circulation, a coin that most of us either ignore or toss into a jar? That's where the story becomes intriguing, because even in the modern minting era, with advanced technology, precision machinery, and strict quality control, errors still slip through, varieties still exist, and rare conditions make some coins extraordinarily valuable. So, let's dive in and uncover why this particular penny from 2021, with no mint mark, has captured the attention of collectors and treasure hunters alike. When we talk about the Lincoln cent, we're talking about one of the most iconic and longest-running coin series in American history. First introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth, it replaced the Indian head penny and became the very first U.S. coin to feature a real person on the obverse. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln penny was revolutionary for its time and has remained a constant fixture in our pockets for more than a century. Over the years, the Lincoln cent has gone through various design changes, from the wheat reverse of 1909 to 1958, to the Lincoln Memorial reverse that lasted from 1959 through 2008. And then the modern shield reverse design introduced in 2010, which continues today. The 2021 penny proudly carries this shield design, symbolizing unity, strength, and the endurance of the United States. But design alone isn't what makes the 2021 no-mint mark penny special. What really matters to collectors are the little details: where it was minted, how it was struck, whether any minting errors occurred, and what kind of condition it's in today. Now, let's talk about mint marks. Most U.S. coins have a small letter stamped on them, indicating where they were produced. The Philadelphia Mint, Denver Mint, and San Francisco Mint are the main facilities responsible for creating pennies. A D means Denver, an S means San Francisco, and traditionally, a P means Philadelphia. However, for the majority of its history, Philadelphia did not include a mint mark on 1-cent coins. That means when you see a penny without a mint mark, it almost always comes from Philadelphia. So, when we say 2021 no mint mark Lincoln penny, we're essentially talking about a Philadelphia issue. But that's just the beginning of the story. Collectors are fascinated with no mint mark pennies because history has shown that these can sometimes be hiding extraordinary varieties and rarities. Think back to the famous 1922 no-D Lincoln cent, a coin struck in Denver but missing its mint mark due to overpolished dies. That error turned an otherwise ordinary penny into one of the most coveted coins in U.S. history, with values reaching into the thousands. Fast forward to modern times, and you'll find that collectors are still keeping a sharp eye out for Philadelphia pennies without mint marks, especially in years where certain striking errors or die varieties slipped into circulation. The 2021 penny is no different. So, what makes the 2021 no mint mark penny stand out? Well, first of all, the Philadelphia Mint produced billions of pennies that year, which might make you think there's nothing rare about them. But within those billions, a few coins emerged with striking anomalies. Collectors began noticing unusual die breaks, doubling on the inscriptions, misaligned strikes, and in some cases, dramatic errors like off-center strikes and die chips that gave Lincoln's image a unique and collectible appearance. Even without dramatic errors, certain high-grade examples of the 2021 penny, those preserved in pristine condition, straight from mint rolls or bags, became highly sought after by collectors who wanted flawless examples for their sets. Coins graded at the top levels by professional grading services can command impressive prices simply because they are the finest known examples. Let's pause here for a moment and consider why something as small as a penny can capture so much attention. It's partly nostalgia. Many of us grew up with Lincoln cents jingling in our pockets, part of daily life. It's also the thrill of the hunt. Imagine sifting through change and realizing you've just stumbled upon a coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. And then there's the history. Every coin tells a story, from its design to the mistakes made during its production, to the hands it has passed through over the years. The 2021 No Mint Mark penny taps into all of that. For newer collectors, it's an accessible starting point, a coin they can find in circulation today. For seasoned numismatists, it's another chapter in the ongoing saga of Lincoln cents, full of varieties, errors, and grading challenges that keep the hobby exciting. Now, let's dive deeper into the kinds of errors and varieties that make certain 2021 pennies so valuable. One of the most notable error types is doubling, also known as double die errors. This happens when the coin's design is impressed more than once during the die creation process, resulting in letters, numbers, or details that look doubled or distorted. Imagine seeing, "In God We Trust," with a ghostly shadow behind each letter. That's a double die, and collectors pay a premium for it. Another type is die chips and die breaks. These occur when the minting die begins to wear out or crack, leaving extra blobs of metal on the coin. On 2021 pennies, some of these die chips appear around Lincoln's eye or on the shield reverse, earning them nicknames like the BIE error or CUD errors. These quirky mistakes are loved by collectors for their uniqueness. Then there are off-center strikes, where the coin wasn't aligned properly when struck, resulting in a design that's shifted to one side, sometimes leaving a blank crescent of metal on the other side. The more dramatic the off-center strike, the higher the value. Finally, we have coins struck on the wrong planchet, meaning the penny was accidentally struck on a blank intended for another denomination. These are incredibly rare but can be worth a fortune if discovered. Now, you might be asking yourself, how can I tell if I have a valuable 2021 penny? The answer lies in a careful examination. First, check the condition. Coins that have never been circulated and still have their original luster are worth far more than those that have been worn down in everyday use. Next, use a magnifying glass to look closely at the lettering, numbers, and details of the design. Look for doubling, die chips, or unusual marks that could indicate an error. Finally, if you think you've found something special, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to have it authenticated and graded. Collectors often pay large sums for high-grade examples or confirmed errors, so it's worth taking the extra step. But here's where things get truly exciting. While the average 2021 No Mint Mark penny might only be worth face value, some exceptional examples have already sold for jaw-dropping amounts. This proves that even modern coins, which many assume will never be rare or valuable, can surprise us. The lesson here is simple: never overlook your change. Never assume that just because a coin is recent, it isn't worth examining. Because history has shown us time and again that hidden treasures can appear in the most ordinary places. So, to wrap this all up, the United States 2021 No Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is more than just a coin. It's a modern-day mystery, a reminder that the world of coin collecting is alive and well, full of surprises and hidden gems. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone just starting out, it's a coin worth paying attention to. And here's the most astonishing part: an exceptionally rare example of the 2021 No Mint Mark penny, with the right condition and characteristics, has been reported to sell for an incredible $37,779.